Morning Year 9. We're just going to finish off compound interest today. We're looking at compound interest formula. We've discussed each one of these parts all together. Key things that we're looking at: A is your total or final amount, P is your principal or initial amount, R is your rate of interest, usually as a percentage, and is your number of compounding periods, usually years. So in question 3, we're asked to fill in the blanks. So for the first one, we're given quite a bit. We're given $4,000 times 20% annually. So 20% as a decimal. We've got to add our initial amount, so that's our 1 and that 20 to the power of 3 for 3 years. In question 4, what we're asked to do is we're asked to do the calculation to work out the final amount. So our form, I've already written out what we've got at the top here. So we got 4,000 1 plus 5%, which we're going to write as a decimal, 0.05 to the power of 10. All we need to do when we're doing a question like this is just type it into the calculator. And out comes our answer. And we're always, because it's money, we're just going to do it to 2 decimal places. Make sure you round correctly, because that's going to be very important when we answer these questions. In question 7, we're actually given the final amount and asked to find the principal, so the initial amount. So we got 4,5,200 equals P times 1.06 100% plus our 6% to the power of 5. And all we need to do, because we've got this multiply, we're just going to divide by 1.06 to the power of 5. Type it into our calculator, and we're going to work out P all and we end up with $33,776.07. Again, remember that divided by and fraction, exactly the same thing, just 2 different representations of exactly the same process. In question 9, we've got a depreciation question, and there's really 2 ways to do it. I've shown you one way last lesson, I'm going to show you the other way this lesson. So we need to find the final amount. We've got an initial amount of 2,000, and we're taking away 30%, which is 0.03 to the power of 4. We're going to end up with $480.20. With depreciation, you can put your R in as negative, like I've done, or you can work out the remaining amount and work out how much it goes down by each time. In question 10, we're asked to pull out the key points. So house prices are expected to grow by 8%, so that's our increase over the next 5 years. There's our N, and what's the value of a house at $370,000 after 5 years. So again, it's just write out the formula, plug in the values, type it into your calculator, and out comes the answer. Again, rounding is important. Question 11 is another depreciation one. It's a bit of a different one. It's actually talking about population and the decrease in population. Really good one for Broken Hill, actually. But let's have a look. So we're going to do it, I've already labelled it as minus 15%. So we're going to do it exactly the same way. We got 2, 2, 5, 4, 0, 1, minus 0.15 to the power of 8. Type it into your calculator. And with this one, because we're talking about people, it doesn't seem quite right to round it to 2 decimal places. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round it to the nearest whole number, as it says in the question. And that's the number of people, hopefully. All the best for today. Have a good day and all the best with your work.